Nadya and I'm running for Cambridge City Council. I really like to stay busy. Sometimes I'll go for a run in the morning, or I finally got my bike all fixed up, so I've been going biking in the morning. I'll either go to a class or I'll go meet someone for coffee. I was signed with a literary agent last year to write a book about the menstrual movement. When I started getting more interested in local politics, I basically wrote an 80-page Word document that had all my ideas on policy and facts that kept me engaged, and sort of like a convincing reason for myself of like, this is why I need to run. So my first and foremost goal with running for city council is to preserve economic diversity, and that would be my primary goal if I was elected as well. The number one question I get is, everyone says they're focusing on housing affordability. What sets you apart? Like, what makes you more capable of not only bringing your perspective, but what's different in your policies? So this race is much more personal in many ways than it is political, and I think that it's important for candidates like myself to be very, very strong and clear on what policies I would want to implement and what my goals are, but also say, this is why I care about it. Like, this is why I can add this unique perspective that no one else can. And I think that's especially the case with me in university relations, is I am going to doors and saying I'm going to advocate for more community-minded university relations, and I think that's an intersection of education equity. I think that's an intersection of sustainable transportation, climate change preparedness, and housing affordability, and I'm going to work on those, and here's what the unique relationship with universities I can add. So I started Period in December 2014, and we've grown exponentially. So since I founded it then, we've actually grown to be the largest youth-run NGO in women's health and the fastest growing youth-run NGO here in the United States. We've addressed over 150,000 periods through product distribution. I advocate for equitable access to menstrual hygiene, breaking the stigma around periods. And that means advocating in policy from the local to the federal level on, doing things like repealing the sales tax on period products because they're not considered necessities, or trying to push food stamps to cover period products because I think they should be considered necessities. And when you look at how expensive period products are, and when you're trying to implement those policies, there will be a lot of people who disagree with you because they don't see menstrual hygiene as a priority, or they don't see it as a dramatic enough need, right? And I think every day I experience that sort of pushback, and I have to figure out unique and innovative ways to find ways to collaborate and reach solutions in a way that's going to be effective and productive. When I first started running, I met with a few members of the police department and started hearing about their really amazing work with childhood trauma. They have actually pioneered trauma-informed training as Cambridge, and there are other cities who are studying what Cambridge has done. They haven't been able to continue a lot of that work because of budget, and that's something I care deeply about because my family recently went through that with investigating sex and child abuse with my father, against my younger sisters and I. While the number of hard crime cases has gone down here in Cambridge, the number of domestic violence cases has gone up, and they don't know if that's because more people are reporting it or if it's because it's happening more. And I think that's something that I deeply care about and hasn't been talked about. It's never been mentioned on a forum. Now I'm choosing between two pathways of either writing a book about healing from adversity and pushing young people specifically to find their passions and take action on it and mobilize at the grassroots level, especially from the bottom to the top, or also writing a book which would kind of act as a manifesto for the menstrual movement, sort of inspired by the Riot Girl manifestos of the second wave feminist movement, and I'm really excited to write that book.